Hi, my name's Louis Cunningham. I have a website called the First750.com where I do book reviews, author interviews, different book related topics. I decided to start a YouTube channel so I could do some video reviews and possibly even at some point start doing video interviews with authors. So this is just an introduction, let you know who I am. Like I said, my name is Louis Cunningham. The website is First750.com. I call it the First750.com because what I like to do is I like to create book pages, not just reviews, but pages that kind of describe the book, and I try to include the first 750 words from the book. That could be the prologue, the first chapter, or whatever. This is actually my fourth attempt at this video. When I first, started thinking about how I was going to do it, I thought, well, maybe I'll do like naked book reviews. And I put it up on YouTube, and Google sent me an email and said, no, we don't think so, take that down. No, I'm kidding, I didn't really do naked. But I thought maybe I'd do drunk reviews, and then when I went back and looked at it, yeah, that wasn't too good. Then I used a crappy laptop, and it looked like I was moving in slow motion, and I could say 10 words and you'd see one. So my wife suggested maybe I use her actual video camera, and that's what I'm doing now. Since this is an introduction, I'll introduce me. I'm a writer. I'm a computer geek really in my day job, databases and architecture and things like that. But in my weekends, night times, mornings, lunchtime, things like that, I'm a writer. I am published, mostly technical type computer stuff, and I'll actually show you my books. So the first one I have is the EnterpriseDB, the definitive reference, and this I did back in 2008, I think it was, 2007. And it took me 6 months to write. You can see it's a nice hefty book. It's all about EnterpriseDB, which is a Oracle compatible Postgres open source database. 722 pages, including my picture. Incredibly painful to write because they wanted it really fast. So I took all my free time, which meant no time with the family, for 6 months and got it written. And then it took them 1.5 years to actually get it printed. So that was annoying. Next up was the sequel starter series. I was going to end up doing 3 books of this, and this is one I published myself through CreateSpace, which is the Amazon publisher. And this one I did in 2008, so it was not long after. And this one I did everything, the cover, the pretty much everything. And it was fun. Of course, as soon as you print it, you start finding typos and annoying things like that. But it was good to do. It was a learning experience. I was going to do another book on cloud computing, and just kind of got burnt out with the whole book thing about halfway through that. So I took a few years off from writing, from writing, publishing my own stuff, not fiction writing. Yeah, then I was asked to contribute to another book, this right here, in 2000, this was just 2011 is when they asked me. It actually got published, I'm pretty sure, in 2012. This is Expert PL SQL Practices for Developers and DBAs. This is what I do in my day job. It's Oracle programming, stuff like that. This one was really fun to write. I just contributed 1 chapter out of, I think, 14 or something like that chapters. Let's see if I can find that real quick. 15 chapters. And I just contributed chapter 7, which was on using the built-in features of the database to help with testing. And that was into my technical books, although I might still do technical books in the future. After that, it was a children's fantasy novella, really. It was fun to do. It started off with me and my 2 sons sitting on the swing in the backyard, and we have a park behind us that's full of trees, and there's a little underground stream that runs behind it, and we're sitting there, something was moving in the bushes, and we started joking about it was a monkey or whatever, and then we started talking about maybe it was goblins, and that led to some discussions, and that became the book. So I had a really good time writing this. I'll read you the blurb on the back. 11-year-old Avery and a 7-year-old brother move into a new house. Avery finds himself feeling strange and unable to explain it. After several encounters with a goblin, he learns that the forest beyond the fence houses a doorway to magic. Avery's feelings of unease are caused by his sensitivity to the magic. He can wield it if he learns how. And it goes on. So it's magic, goblins, stuff like that. like I said, preteen type stuff. And that I released February, I think, of 2013. Then in March 2013, I came out with a cookbook that I developed. I just did the editing. I contributed a few recipes, but most of the recipes were contributed by people who are in this thing called the ACE program, which is an Oracle program. There's about 400 of us total out of millions of Oracle users, and we are, I guess, Oracle evangelists. We talk about Oracle as often as we can. So that's my books. What next? I will be reviewing not just print books, but ebooks also. I have quite a few. I've also got some publishers who are giving me advanced copies of things. So sometimes it'll actually be books that aren't out yet, which is kind of cool. I enjoy doing that. On my blog, again, that's First750.com, which will be on the YouTube page when you look at it. I have several books that I've already done book reviews that haven't been released yet. For my ebooks, I haven't decided yet how I'm going to present that. I do have a Nook, which I have rooted, so it's runs Android, and I was going to show you that. It's actually booting up right now. Not really much to show in this. I don't think I would videotape my Nook. That just doesn't make sense to me. What I would probably do is either do a screen recording on my laptop or use the camera on the laptop. I haven't done that yet, so I'm not sure how that would look. It might just be easier to do the screencast where you would hear my voice and maybe see a little picture of me down in the corner while I talk about the books. And I've covered everything in my notes, everything I wanted to talk about. Real quick, some of the things I'll do in this video blog, like I said, is book reviews. I'll probably end up doing some author interviews, and I can do that using Google Hangouts, so I don't actually have to be face-to-face with the person. I can do people from around the world. If you're an author and you'd be interested in that, let me know. Heck, I might even do like some conversations with readers about books they've read. If you're interested in that, leave me a note. We can do that on Google Hangouts. We can even have several people having a good conversation. Also, you know, I've been watching book review channels on YouTube, and one of the things people do is book hauls. So I might do some book hauls now and then, although I tend to, I was going to say I don't tend to do that too often, but actually I probably do it more often than I should. But also do ebook hauls, so I'll have to figure out a way to present that. That could be interesting. Maybe just go through the covers and talk real briefly about it. But I know people do bookcase tours, and I've got 2 bookcases right here, totally full. And actually I'll pan up, if I can do that. You can see those baskets up there. Those are filled with paperbacks and with Isaac Asimov science fiction magazine, analog, so things like that. I've got 3 more bookcases of hardback books on the other wall. I've got 4 more of those baskets on the other wall, and then I've got partially full bookcases in my bedroom. So I've got, a tour can take a while. Maybe I'll do 1 bookcase per tour or something. Well, that's about it. That's who I am. I'm a blogger, I'm a writer, I'm a computer geek. I like to do book reviews. That's something I enjoy, and that's why I'm doing this. So that's my introduction, and hopefully I'll see you again.